We all know that the internet is a worldwide system of connected computers. It's the network of networks. However, do we all know who rules the internet? To begin with, what is the main task in controlling the internet? We could say that this task consists on managing the supporting pillars of the internet, which are the following. First of all, IP addresses, which are a number assigned to each and every device connected to a computer network that uses the internet protocol for communication. Secondly, domain names, which represent an IP resource in an easy way for humans to understand, text. And lastly, standardization, which is a normative specification of a technology or methodology applicable to the internet. But as far as we know, the internet is just a bunch of features, webs and resources that seem messy. However, this is not the case. The internet is a strictly organized network whose research started out more than 25 years ago. Let's go back in time for a little bit of history. In the 60s, the US government began funding research necessary to develop packet switching technology and communications networks, starting with the ARPANET network, which was the first network to implement the protocol suite TCP/IP. As part of this project, John Postel undertook the maintenance of a list of host names and addresses called requests for comments. This name list was still active until 1980, when the task of maintaining it became unsustainable and the domain name system was developed to improve the process. But how exactly does it work? Well, computer and other devices communicate using IP addresses to identify each other over the internet. People don't remember addresses, so they use names. The domain name system brings the two together and gets you to your destination. Let's describe this in more detail. The DNS process starts with a web page URL. The last part of this URL is the top-level domain, which serves as an instant way to understand what a website is about. Firstly, the host sends a query to the local DNS server to translate google.com, for example, into the IP address. The query is forwarded to the root DNS server. This server finds the suffix TLD as common and returns a list of IP addresses of the top-level DNS server. Then the query goes to that server, finds the suffix, and returns to the local DNS server with an IP address of the authoritative DNS server for Google. Finally, the queries respond with the IP address google.com.
So, ICANN stands for Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, and its real mission is to help ensure a stable, secure, and unified global internet. But all this policy needs governance and a process of decision-making. ICANN is constituted by a multi-stakeholder governance, where everyone participates in the dialogue, decision-making, and implementation of solutions to common problems or goals. However, between 2003 and 2005, the World Summit of Information Technology took place in Geneva and Tunisia, where a battle over the control of critical resources was starting to grow. The crisis has two sides, the ITU and the ICANN. The problem was solved when they finally made an agreement in the Internet Governance Forum. The purpose of the IGF is to maximize the opportunity for open and inclusive dialogue, as well as the exchange of ideas on internet governance-related issues. As you can see, everything is under control in the management and development of internet, so relax and keep enjoying the network of networks.